Hi, it's Luana. Welcome to Peak Elevations. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about your diversity policy. There are different ideas, I think, of what diversity looks like in an organization. And I think today I want to talk a little bit about what that is and why it's important. So for some folks, diversity can be equated to something like affirmative action, right? You have to check a certain number of boxes that you employ a certain set of dynamics, right? Like you have a white person, a black person, a gay person, this type of thing. And it doesn't matter that their qualifications are there as long as you're checking the box. And that is not at all what diversity is about. Diversity is really about embracing the differences in all types of people and creating a safe space for them. So what does that mean for your organization? If you're a business owner, chances are pretty likely that your client base is pretty diverse, right? Unless you're just doing business for straight white cis men, no others, then maybe diversity isn't something that's going to be top of your list. But most often, your client base mirrors your community, right? And our communities have all types of people. It has military veterans, it has handicapped folks, it has people with different religions, has members of the LGBT community, has white people, black people, Mexican people, people from all different types of ethnicities. And having an organization that has a diverse workforce is going to provide for your client base better service, right? Because all of those different perspectives add to the strength of your organization. If you have only one type of perspective, you're not going to grow, you're not going to be innovative, right? Because you're just looking at always the same ideas, always the goals and efforts. You're not looking outside of the box. And having one of the benefits, and I think there are a multitude of benefits, one of the benefits of having a diverse workforce is that you get the benefit of different experiences, backgrounds, ethnicities, challenges, right? I am part of the LGBT community, and I have had situations in work environments where that created an uncomfortable place for me to work, right? I wasn't able to contribute to an organization at the 110% that I would like to, because there were some elements that existed relative to the fact that I was part of the LGBT community that didn't create a safe space for me. So it's not about making exceptions. It's about making a space safe, right? It's inclusive. It's making sure that all the people that you have as part of your organization are included. They all get the same seat at the table, that you extract the benefit of their experiences and their knowledge and use that to push your business forward. And I guarantee you that diversity will help make your business thrive, will help make your business grow. It will attract probably more customers, because as a customer, I'm more likely to go to a business that understands me, right? So if I'm going to some sort of professional services organization, if they don't understand what it feels like to be part of my community, right? If they don't have anybody that understands that this particular issue is exclusive to my diverse population, I'm not going to be as comfortable going there. I'm always going to lean toward an organization that has a diversity component that will understand me as the client a little bit more. So you're going to have customers, and make that part of your branding, right? Make the fact that you are a diverse organization, that you've created a safe space, that you have these diverse, innovative people on your team, that's going to help you with your client base. But you have to create a safe space for it, right? You're not checking a box. And if you're disingenuous about this, you're not going to create a diverse workforce. One of the things that I do every time I have had a conversation since that first situation part of my conversation in my interview is, what's your diversity look like? Because I am not going to be someone different than who I am authentically, right? And I shouldn't have to be. I should be able to bring some of those characteristics into the workplace to make my organization excel, and to appeal to a client base that's also going to rely on someone like me as a familiar face, right? Make it part of your marketing program, your diversity. I think that it's an important element, not just for the humanity, for the human side of it, which I think is the most important thing. But if you only want to look at it from the business side, a lot of larger organizations are requiring companies that they do business with to have a diversity policy. And because they believe in the importance of diversity and inclusion and equity and accessibility, and any vendors that they use. And maybe you're a vendor, right? If you're providing a professional service, you qualify as a vendor. If their vendors aren't demonstrating that same commitment to diversity, they're going to use somebody that is, right? Don't do it just to check the box. Do it the right way so that you're providing the best level of service to your clients. If you started a business, your goal is to provide the best level of service to your clients, right? So make sure that you're doing it authentically. Make sure that when you create a diversity policy that you understand why. Make sure you're training people, because sometimes we lose sight of what diversity is and what it's supposed to be in our organization, and we can create some friction, we can create some misunderstandings. So make sure when you are doing this that you are very, very mindful, because what you don't want to do is create more harm than good. You want to create an organization that has a workforce that all appreciate, value, respect, and thrive from the benefits of having a diverse and inclusive environment. So I would love to hear some of your diversity stories, because I think that if you speak with any diverse candidate, you will always hear a horror story. And I think that if you're watching this video, I encourage you to look at the comments and see what some of those stories look like, because I think what you'll see is that this isn't just something small or minor or a small infraction. It has, resounding impacts on the employee and their ability to work for an organization. And if you're trying to get the best talent for your organization, you need to make sure that you're not creating those types of scenarios in your organization as well. So I definitely encourage you to leave comments about some situations that you've had in the past, but I also, if you're a leader, if you're an organization, I encourage you to read them, because you should know what some of your diverse candidates have gone through in terms of, employment and who they've interfaced with. So again, I appreciate your time, and I look forward to talking to you all soon.